Hello everyone, this is Purti Huli, presenting your project on a study on stress management of working section in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. Along with my group members, Lakshmi, Tanisha, Advita, Shravya and Taruna. Let's begin with the introduction. What is stress? It's a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. This is what the basic definition or meaning of stress. And how this stress is different than real stress. Most of the time it is seen that workers or employees are being pressurized to do the work in an efficient way and get the work done by them. This is because in return of some reward or incentives. So this is what acts as a motivating factor at workplace for them. Now let's see how to manage stress and its benefits. There are various ways to manage your stress. One of the most effective ones is by meditation, which relax ourselves and makes our mind refresh. The second one is managing social media time. Majority of us waste ample of time on social media, which makes us frustrated. So it's better to manage our time on social media. And as we're surrounded with multiple people, so we have to choose those people, supporters, who act as a moral support in our life. And we have fourth one is to drink ample of water and also eat healthy food. And it's better or joyful to play with kids or friends and take a walk in nature, which connect ourselves to nature and make ourselves relax and get peace in our life. Last but not the least is by reading books, short stories or magazines or novels, and how it benefits to us that you will have a better mood and have a better sleep and you will have a less muscle tension and you will be more productive at your workplace and also start feeling positive and able to take wise decisions. Objectives of stress management in workplace is that analyzing the level of stress of the employee, how the management given suggestion in order to minimize stress. It also aims to find out how the employees reduce their stress in workplace. Recognize negative stress and its symptoms. Identify the cause of unwanted stress. Avoid negative stress for enhancing positive experience. Thank you. Over to Advita.
Hello, myself Advita Kotian. So, research and methodology. Type of data. We have collected primary data and secondary data. Data collection sources. Primary survey collected through Google Form. Secondary data, internet website, books, journals, etc. Sample was collected from 33 respondents. Sample technique, convenient sample method. Stress management at workplace. Stress is inevitable. Stress can have many harmful effects on the body. Stress at workplace can be defined as a harmful physical and emotional responsible that occurs when the requirements of the job do not match the capabilities or needs of the worker. It also occurs because of when you feel threatened, your nervous system responds by releasing a flood of stress hormones. Many number of people experience this kind of stress. Here, the stress at workplace is mostly observed in places like cities, Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. It causes because of work pressure, poor organization and lack of support from managers. In the earlier day, there were comparatively less professionals, less competition and less time pressure But nowadays, it has increased in professional in all fields, high-level competitions, and increased time pressure and hectic jobs. It leads to the symptoms like drop in work performance, depression, anxiety, and sleeping difficulties. Workers are less likely to experience work-related stress with demands and pressure of work are matched to their knowledge and abilities, and when they get support from their superiors and colleagues. Thank you. Over to you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Advaita. So, I'm going to explain about causes of stress management at workplace. Some common causes of stress in the workplace include high workload, excessive amount of work, and unrealistic deadlines, making people feel rushed, under pressure, and overwhelmed. Second, inefficient workloads. This makes people feel that their skills are being underused. It can make people feel less secure in their job roles. Third, lack of control, having no control over work activities. No support, a lack of interpersonal support or poor working relationships leading to someone feeling alone. Lack of skills, people being asked to do a job for which they don't have experience or training. Adapting to change, difficulty settling into a new promotion, both in terms of meeting the new roles, demands, and adapting to possible changes in relationship with colleagues. Job security worries, concerns about job security, lack of career opportunities, or level of pay. Next is bullying or harassment at workplace. First one is blame culture, where people are afraid to get things wrong or to admit to making mistakes. Second is weak or ineffective management. This leaves employees feeling they don't have a sense of direction. Third, overmanagement. This can leave employees feeling undervalued and affect their self-esteem. Fourth, multiple reporting lines. Unclear chains of command with each manager asking for their work to be prioritized. Fifth, lack of communication. Failure to keep employees informed about major changes to the business, causing them to feel uncertain about the future. Six, pure physical working environment. Example, excessive heat, cold or noise, poor lighting, uncomfortable sitting at workplace, etc. Next is the main causes of stress at workplace. Explained in a graph with 40% of employees. So, the main causes of workplace at uh, the main causes of stress at workplace are 39% of workers says that workload is the main cause of the stress, and 31% of people says that interpersonal issues are the main causes of the stress, and 19% of them says work-life balance is the main cause, and the rest 6% says that job security is the main cause. Over to Tanisha.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Now, here are some do's and don'ts of stress management at workplace. There are many strategies that can help control stress and reduce its impact to a person or in the workplace. Since the causes of workplace stress were greatly, so do the strategies to reduce it, prevent it. Following are the do's and don'ts of the stress management at workplace. Rules are as follows. Treat all employees in a fair and respectful manner. Take stress seriously and be understanding to staff under too much pressure. Involve employees in decision making and allow for their input directly or through committees, etc. Encourage managers to have an understanding attitude. Be proactive by looking for signs of stress among their staff. Provide workplace health and wellness programs that target the sources of the stress. The source of stress at work can be found in any number of causes: safety, ergonomics, job demands, etc. Survey the employees and ask them to help identify the root causes. Provide support. Next, Don'ts are as follow. Do not tolerate bully or harassment in any form. Do not ignore signs that employees are under pressure or feeling stress. Do not forget that elements of the workplace itself can be a cause of stress. Stress management, training and counseling services can be helpful to individuals, but do not forget to look for the root causes of the stress and to address these causes as quickly as possible. Now, I further hand it over to Shravya.
Thank you, Tanisha. Hello everyone, this is Shravya Mogera, and in this we are going to look at the symptoms of work-related stress. Although it is easy to pinpoint the causes of stress in life, it is not as simple to narrow down the effects. Understanding what stress is, let us see how it can negatively affect both mental and physical health of the employee. According to CDC, stress sets off an alarm in the brain that prepares the body to defend against the stressor. The nervous system is put on alert and the hormones are released that sharpen senses, increase pulse, deepen respiration, and tense muscles. The signs or symptoms of work-related stress can be physical, psychological, and behavioral. First, physical symptoms include fatigue, muscular tension, headache, heart palpitation, weight loss or gain, shortness of breath, sleeping difficulties such as insomnia, and also gastrointestinal upsets such as diarrhea, and also dermatological disorders. Second, psychological symptoms include depression, anxiety, discouragement, irritability, low mood, regular absence and higher sickness rate, finding fault in everything you do, feeling nervous or on edge, finding that you are unable to switch off from work, or feeling of being overwhelmed and unable to cope, uh, and also lacking motivation. Third, behavior symptoms include an increase in sick days or absenteeism, aggression, diminished creativity and initiative, a drop in work performance, problems in interpersonal relationship, mood swings and irritability, low tolerance of frustration and impatience, disinterest and also isolation. These signs are easy to recognize, but the effects of stress on chronic disease are less obvious because these elements develop over time and can be caused by many different factors. Stress, whether physical or mental, must be taken seriously. We all recognize physical strains on our body and the damage that may be caused. For example, if we injure our knee, we don't keep running on it because it could cause further damage. We take care of it. Psychological stress, as well as being hard to bear and destructive for our lives, can also damage the brain, and it is often ignored. Thank you. Passing on to the next presentee, Taruna.
Thank you, Shravya. Precautions of stress management at workplace. Stress is one of the most common obstacles to employee engagement in the modern workplace. There are few points that can be used in daily life to prevent stress at workplace. Encourage workplace wellness. Exercise and healthy living are two of your best weapons against workplace stress. Exercise takes employees' minds off the stress of the job to focus on the task at the hand. It also improves moods by increasing the production of endorphins. The brain feel good. Second, revamp the habitat. A lot of stress comes from the environment. Think about every aspect of your office space and what it does for the wellness of your team. Any changes that increase employee enjoyment will leave them feeling less stressed. Third, allow for flexible hours and remote working. You hired your employees because you have confidence in their ability to do their jobs uh, well and in a timely manner. So let them prove it. Allow your employees to work remotely and give flexibility for start and end times. This freedom is great for office morale, and the policy shows employees that you trust them enough or not to babysit. Encourage social activity. Employees spend a lot of time together, and the more comfortable they are, the less stress they will feel. As co-workers get to know each other, expectations and communication barriers are broken down, greasing the wheels for easier future interaction. Create quiet time. Stress can't be completely avoided, but you can help alleviate it when it arrives. Ensure your employees have a place where they can take a break. Next, provide on-site or distance counseling. Many companies have also begun providing counseling as a way for employees to help deal with stress. In a recent study, almost half of the workers felt they needed help in learning how to handle the stress of their jobs. This strategy, in or out of the office, in group settings or individually, can help employees prepare for what stress will come their way. 7. Recognizing your employees. Employees love being praised for a job well done, and recognizing their success results in a serious boost in engagement. Each employee has a different personality, so be mindful when considering how and when recognized. Some employees appreciate a call out during a meeting or praise in a company wide email, while more reserved types might prefer a card on their desk or a thank you in person. Thank you. Further handing over to Tanisha.
Thank you, Taruna. Here is a survey sheet we did for the workplace, for the stress management at workplace. First, do you feel stressed when you have lot of work in your workplace? There are 66.7% who said yes, 27.3% who said no, and remaining are the people who say maybe they feel stressed when they are at workplace. How do you manage yourself when you are stressed? When we ask the people how they manage stress, they give different ways in different answers. 69.7% people say they listen to music. 9.1% people are saying they go for walking. 9% people say they do meditate. 3% people say they play football. And some of the others say they sleep and remain at home, or some do meditate and also go for walking. When you are stressed, does your stress convert in your anger? When we asked this question, 45.5% people agreed, 21.2 people are neutral, 12.1 people are strongly agree, 9.1% in that says some have agreed and some have disagreed. That means lots of people are converting their stress into anger Do you feel emotionally exhausted when you are at workplace? 35.4 people say people are feeling exhausted. 24.2 people say they do not feel exhausted, and remaining of people say maybe they are exhausted. Do you think physical environment problem in the workplace causes stress? 51.5% are neutral, 33.3% agree, and 9.1% some says they strongly agree, and some say they do not agree with the statement that their physical environment problems in the workplace causes stress. Now, I further hand it over to Lakshmi.
Thank you, Tanisha. So let's come to the conclusion. Stress is a common among people. However, it comes inevitably, which can turn into a problem. Sometimes untreated stress can lead to serious illness. Balanced lifestyle and coping strategies can help you manage stress. Issues that cause stress cannot always be resolved, but changing your expectation of a problem may help. It's important to get help if you feel you can't cope. Dealing with stress is a part of everyday life for employees as they try to balance their personal and work life. The fact that employees' main purpose of working is to provide for themselves and their family is a burden all by itself. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, whether it is positive or negative. Everyone has to face it. It is important to learn coping with it, techniques, and have stress under control. Thank you.
Thank you.